welcome back to a brand new FIFA 17 video today. Today is that time of the day where we say rip to our wallets, informs, best cards, etc, etc, because it's squad building challenge time. It's just great, isn't it? It's just so great. So today, of course, being FUTMAS, we do have 3 more special players, just like last time and the time before, I think. Yeah, because the first time we had Ruffier and such, Parolo and De Rossi. Second time was Aubameyang. We had some other people, I can't remember. I'm sure they were relatively exciting. So this time around we do have 84 rated striker Fekir, which his card looks incredible as well. I'll talk about it in just a second. We also have Oscar De Marcos, which looks like an absolutely incredible right back. 84 rated, so you'd think he would be quite achievable, but he's not, unfortunately. So the last one today we do have is Fekir Defoe. So we'll start things off with Defoe. Now he is 83 rated, and you may realise, or you may say, you know, what's the point of doing this Defoe squad building challenge, because he does have a inform 83 rated card anyway. And that is correct, but for this one it's so simple and it's so cheap. He spent like 15 to 20k on this card, so you know that's basically half his price. I think his inform is going for about 30 to 40,000 coins, which is, you know, quite a lot for a low rated striker. But either way, for this one you needed player quality exactly gold, rare players 10, of course, excluding the inform, and of course 1 team of the week exactly 1, otherwise known as an inform. 75 chemistry, very simple stuff. You I mean, you can see on screen how I've done this. Basically 1 inform, which is the Jorgensen. I still have no idea how to pronounce it, but that guy at striker. Then we've just got some low rated rare cards to go into the mix, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. So we'll complete this one. There's really no trick to that one. It's just, if you can, I would say you can probably get away with using like all of your lowest rated rare cards. You don't really need chemistry between players because you only need 75. So it's basically the same as those 2-player packs. Really doesn't matter. But all I can say really was, I suppose, if the players are in their position, I think you'll sail through that squad building challenge, no problem at all. So there is his card. I did have a look on Foothead to see the comparison, because usually there's either very little or no difference between the cards. This one, the inform has 80 pace to his 79, 88, which is the same, 68 to 70 passing, 85 to 84 dribbling on his inform, 30, 30, 72, 72. So exactly the same card basically, besides pace, passing, and dribbling. So I don't know why they do this. I really don't know why they. I suppose I do really. It's to say the card's different, isn't it? That it's to say the card's different because they changed a few stats, not all of them. Just changed a few to make it different, so that warrants a squad building challenge. But there we are. So Defoe has been completed. A very pointless but also very cheap squad building challenge. So I don't really see why you wouldn't do it, unless you just hated Defoe, which could be understandable. But either way, we are going to go on to Fekir, the next one today, which requires you to have a team rating of 85. Team of the week players 4 and 70 chemistry. So you don't need as much chemistry as last time, but it's still difficult. It's still, you know, somewhat challenging to actually do this, because the 4 I've chosen, of course, it all depends on who or which informs you actually choose to use in this squad. For me, I've chosen to use the Benfica right back known as Semedo. I think that's how you pronounce it, Semedo. Either way, the Benfica Portuguese right back is the first one. We've also got Lopez, who I've converted down. You didn't need to. It makes no difference at all. I thought it might, but it didn't, so I'm kind of stuck with that. We've also got the Brazilian inform Willian Jose de Silva. He was originally a striker. Of course, I converted him down just for chemistry purposes. And of course, the 82 rated Zenit striker known as Zuba. I think that's how you pronounce it, Zuba. He goes into the squad. So the rest of the squad looks like this. It's pretty much a mess. We've got Adariz, Willian, Fabregas, Gomez, Rami, Pepe, Navas, and that's pretty much it. On the bench, you can see a few players that I could have used, such as Matuidi, Sommer, Howardez, Joe Hart, Socrates, and Modric if I really wanted to. But this is the squad I've built. It's the cheapest squad I could find for myself in the way that I've built it. There's a few requirements, because if you don't know, there's like a Reddit post where you can find out what kind of players you do need for certain ratings of squads, and unfortunately you do have to have, if you need higher rated players, or at least for me I did, 88, 85 and 86 rated players because of the informs I chose. Of course, if you chose like 84 rated informs, you won't need as high rated other cards in your squad, but that's the bed I built, so I had to lay in it, unfortunately. So we'll complete that one and get ourselves an 84 rated Fekir, who will go straight into my squad with Lacazette, of course, getting a perfect link. Now he's a striker, which his card looks incredible. I want to quickly have a little comparison against Griezmann, because Griezmann was the previous striker, as you might know, in my squad that I did. I did a video on it quite recently. I'll link it on the screen or at the end at some point if you do want to watch it. But I used Griezmann, Lacazette, and that Cam Inform, whatever his name was, in the squad. And Griezmann's incredible. He just wasn't that great for me. But I've been using him, and I got rid of him. I sold him for about 180k, which is like 20k profit for when I bought him. So I'm quite pleased with that. But I wanted to see how he compares to an 84 rated Fekir, which surprisingly they're actually very, very close. So we've got 85 pace against Griezmann's 86, which is, basically no difference. 85 shooting for Griezmann to 82, which isn't too bad. Of course, chemistry styles can boost that if need be. 78 pace for Griezmann. We've got 81 for Fekir, which is incredible. 87 dribbling for Griezmann, 89 for Fekir with 36 to 30 defending, and 67 physical to 80 physical. It's just incredible. Like, what is he? He's got better passing, better dribbling, and better physical, with also better defending if you really care about that all too much. But so he's got 4 stats better than Griezmann, which he's 88 rated. That's just absolutely insane. So we'll have a quick look. So he's got 4-star, 3-star, high-low, whereas Griezmann's got 4-star skills, 3-star weak foot that's high-medium. It's basically the same player, just lower rated, and blue and purple. So there we go. I'll happily take that. We'll put him straight into the squad. Unfortunately, as much as I'd really love to have that card, even though it's pretty pointless for me, I probably wouldn't use it. I mean, I'd much prefer I'd much prefer to use someone like Bellerin, for example. So it's not a very appealing card for me. Either way, the challenge you need to do for this one is 86 rated squad with 2 Team of the Week players and 60 chemistry, which, isn't very difficult by any stretch of the imagination. But you'd need like 88 rated players, 86, 85s, and I just don't have those. So that is where I'm going to call it quits for today. So hopefully you have enjoyed today's video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time.